So what are we getting ready to go see? Where are we going? Really? Awesome. That's where we're going. We are here at Wright-Patt Air Force Base, and today marks the 70th anniversary of the Doolittle raid. If you don't know what the Doolittle raid is, it's where some Army Air Corps pilots back in World War II flew off of 2 aircraft carriers with 16 B-25s and bombed Tokyo. And they also bombed Nagoya, Yokohama, and Yokosuka as well to try to destroy the Japanese military-industrial complex to really end the war. But I'll tell you what, it had probably one of the most dramatic effects of turning the tide of the war back then. And what they do is every year they have this event here, and right now there's 20 B-25s all down through there, 20 different B-25s that are as a static display that you can actually walk up and touch and see. So me and Addison are going to go see. You want to go see him? Let's go. We're going to go see him. This is going to be really... So just to show you guys the size of the main gear on the Mitchell B-25, it's actually almost as tall as Addison as far as how big these wheels are. I mean, these things are huge. The engines, the props, it's pretty massive airplane. We're actually going to go and look up inside here in a second. This is actually one of the most original things I've seen. They've actually got a girl who is a pinup doll out here, which is kind of cool. So, obviously, you see there. Alright, so I am in the bomb bay of one of the B-25s here, and as you can see, this is kind of cool. They've actually got a bunch of signatures on the wall, and there's even a couple bombs up here. Better get out of here before the wind drops on me. This is the only all blue one that's here. This is actually kind of cool. This is probably my favorite of all of them. What's it called? What's it called? Is it the Devil Dog? So, Devil Dog here. These are pretty impressive for the size. I mean, I'm 6'3", and I'm saying, you want to touch it? Oh, you touched an airplane. What are you gonna do? Here, we'll get the airplane behind us. Airplane's behind us. Don't touch it. No, no, no. Oh, she's gonna buy it now. Oh, great. Okay, I'll see you later. What? What? Come right into my arms. No. Oh, kids. Can't live with them. Can't leave them at the park. Okay, this is actually one of the 5 remaining alive Doolittle Raiders. One of the guys who was actually there 70 years ago when all this went down. So I'm just going to video this guy.
Did you enjoy New York when you were up there with us? Did you have some fun? Well, I know the guys were really happy.
How many are there?
5. There originally was 80, and now there's only 5 left alive. It happened a long, long time ago. That's history right there. I mean, where else are you going to see this? I mean, absolute amazing history. So everybody always asks me about my experience in the military. For those of you who don't know, I spent 4 years in the Navy. I joined right out of high school in 1993. Went to boot camp in Orlando, Florida. One of the last classes to go through Orlando before it closed. Now there's like a house where my barracks was in Orlando. It's crazy. Then I was shipped overseas to Japan and spent 4 years in Japan on the USS Independence, which was an aircraft carrier which has since been decommissioned, and at the time it was actually the oldest ship in the entire Navy. So it's kind of cool to be on, you know, the oldest ship in the entire Navy. And as I'm talking to you, I just missed my exit. But people are always asking me, what was it like? What was, you know, what's it like being in the military like that? What's it like living on a big ship like that, traveling the world or whatnot? What is that lifestyle like? If you want to really see inside what that lifestyle is like, you need to watch the PBS Carrier. PBS did a series a few years back called Carrier, where they sent a camera crew and made a documentary film on life on a 6-month deployment. Now, we never went on a 6-month deployment because we were based overseas, so we were what's called forward deployed, and we were the relief carrier, if you will. So as a carrier would pull out of the West Coast, there would already be one on station in the Gulf, and we would basically go out there as the one was leaving the Gulf, relieve them, stay there till the one coming out of the West Coast got there, and then they would relieve us. So we were kind of like the middleman. We were only gone for maybe 4 months at a time. I don't think we ever left for 6-month deployment. But if you really want to see what it's like, I mean, the truest version of anything that I went through in the 4 years is the show Carrier by PBS. It's absolutely amazing to see the accuracy of the way they portray, you know, life on a ship like that. And there's one quote from the show that resonates with me today because it's so accurate to exactly what it was. And this one, I believe he was a chef, one of the cooks on the ship, and he says, you know, this place is like one big-ass floating high school.
Basically what it is, a big-ass floating high school.
And that's what it was. It was 5,000 guys who were in high school together, and that's all we did was float around and party. I mean, you put things in context, right? You want to put them in context so that you can make the best out of the situations you're in. Take boot camp, for instance. Boot camp, we had people always trying to get out. It's like, why did you join if you're trying so hard to get out of the military? What was the point of that? Well, boot camp, if you put it into context, yeah, you got people yelling at you. Yeah, you got to do exercise. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. In reality, you're getting paid to have somebody yell at you who can't hit you. They can't touch you. So all they're going to do is yell at you to try to scare you. You're getting paid to march around. You're getting paid to get in shape. You're getting paid to learn about the Navy and the history of the Navy or whichever branch you go into. In context, that sounds like it's a pretty decent deal to me. Yeah, I mean, you got to have a little bit of thick skin. You got to brush stuff off. You can't take it personal. It's about learning and training you for the future. Then you get into the fleet. And you're out there doing your job, whatever it may be in the military. And you are, again, you're traveling, you're going all these places, you know. So when you put it into context, I spent 4 years getting paid to travel around the world, play with $50 million aircraft, and party. Different cities all over the world. I get paid to do that. In context, that's what it boils down to. And at the same time, I got money for college when I got out. So, I mean, you put things into context and it starts to make sense. Unfortunately, a lot of people can't do that. Now, kind of where I was going with all this is, in a nutshell, I had the blast while I was in, and I'll be honest with you, I think about it almost every day. I miss it almost every day. That's how much fun I had, how much I did. And there was a lot that I wish I had done differently while I was in, a lot of things that I wish I would have seen. I've been out for 15 years, so I mean, it's been a long time since I've even been in the military. And in the last 15 years, there probably isn't a week that's gone by where I haven't thought about it a couple times at least. If you're thinking about joining the military, here's what I would tell you. Think hard about the branch you want to join. You know, I'm a big proponent of the Navy, but that's because I have a bias to the Navy. I was in the Navy. But at the same time, look at what do you want to do in the future. When you get out of the military, what do you want to do with your future? Because that's going to direct you into what branch you want to go into. And I don't dissuade people from going to the military. I actually think it's a good thing. I was a little punk ass, I'll tell you, going in the military. After the military, it totally changed me and actually made me a better person. And it does that for a lot of people. And I think what gets lost is there's some knuckleheads in the military. They do stupid stuff and they get in trouble. And you know what? It reflects badly on the military. You're going to find that in any walk of life. There's bad stockbrokers out there that reflect badly on all stockbrokers. There's bad doctors out there who reflect badly on all doctors. So no matter where you're at, you're always going to run into something like that. So I look at it from the standpoint of, if you want to go in the military, go. Do it, because you will not regret it if you make the most of it. That's the key. You are the one that holds it. They're not going to do it for you. They'll take you in, they'll train you, they'll give you everything you need, You have to make the most of it. Alright, I'm done with my military rant now. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video today. I will tell you that I do have a major announcement to make tomorrow. Something's going to change, and you'll understand tomorrow once I make the major announcement what's going to happen. And it's kind of been coming for a while. I'll tell you guys tomorrow. Don't worry about it today. Forget I even said anything. Now, don't you hate it when people do that? They like start going into something and they tell you to forget about it? Forget about it. I already told you once. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure you guys click thumbs up on the video, share, favorite the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I appreciate all the new subscribers we've received over the past few weeks. It's been amazing just the journey we've been on so far with all this, and I want to thank each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. Everybody who comments on the videos, leave me a comment on the video. Let me know what you guys think. If you've ever been in the military, what's your experience about it? And if you haven't, do you know anybody who has been in the military? You know, what have they told you guys? What stories have they told you as far as, you know, the things that they got to do and where they got to go and how much fun or not fun they had. And also, if you guys have a Twitter, follow me on Twitter. It's at Barry Softball, twitter.com at Barry Softball, or however, /Barry, I don't know. That's a good one. And also on Facebook, we got a Facebook fan page, so check that out as well. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow, and yeah.